Hello everybody, you are welcome to this channel Ascend Education and Skills. I am Atanu Betal. In this video lecture, we discuss about the topic that classification of isomerism in organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, classification of isomerism is the topic of this video of this lecture, and we discuss about this topic. And before starting discussion about this topic, I would like to say that if you are new to this channel or you do not subscribe this channel, then you can subscribe it now, and you can watch the other videos of this channel that I already made from the from the playlist that I made in this channel, and it will be useful for you to watch videos from the playlist, because a number of videos are in this channel, so you cannot find easily that you want to watch the videos. And if you go playlist there, you can find the chapter wise videos, and you can easily watch different kinds of videos that you like. Okay, so let's start about the discussion of classification of isomerism in organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, uh, compounds some compounds, they have similar molecular formula but different physical and chemical properties and different structures, and these compounds are called as isomers, and the phenomena is called isomerism. Means when the same molecular formula but two or more compounds can be represented by using the same molecular formula, then the all the compounds that can be represented by a common molecular formula are called isomers, and this phenomena is called isomerism. For example, suppose using the molecular formula of C4H10, okay, or you can take another short example, C2H6O. Suppose we are taking an example of C2H6O. Using this molecular formula, we can represent two types of compound. See, using the C2H6O, we can represent CH3, CH2, OH, which is called ethanol. Using this molecular formula C2H6O, we can represent ethanol. Here carbon is 2, hydrogen is total 6, 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6, and oxygen is 1. So using this chemical formula, we can represent ethanol, and using this chemical formula, or you can say molecular formula, rather chemical formula, using this molecular formula C2H6O, we can also represent this one, CH3O CH3. Here carbon number is 2, oxygen number 1, and hydrogen numbers are number of hydrogen presents are 6. So using this molecular formula C2H6O, common molecular formula, we can write two compounds. We can represent two or more two compounds here. In some cases, more than two compounds can also be represented using the same molecular formula. In this case, using this molecular formula, we can represent ethanol and dimethyl ether. We can represent dimethyl ether. So this is called isomerism and isomers. When when a molecular formula can represent more than one or two or more compounds that have different physical and chemical properties, they are called isomers. Like these two compounds are called isomers, because using a same molecular formula, two compounds are represented here, and two compounds have different physical and chemical properties. So therefore these are called isomers, and concept of isomers and isomerism is very important in organic chemistry. Okay, so now we already understand that what do we mean by isomers and isomerism in organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, isomerisms, about isomers and isomerism already understand that what do we mean by isomers and isomerism. After that we classify the isomerism. In organic chemistry, isomerism classified into two broad categories. One is stereoisomerism, another is structural isomerism. These are called spatial isomerism also, space, because orientation in space, these isomers are developed due to the orientation of the atoms or groups of atoms in space. So therefore these are called configurational isomerism. Configurational isomerism, and these are conformational. Conformational isomerism, these are called structural isomerism. The two broad division of the isomerism are stereoisomerism and structural isomerism. And structural isomerism again divided into chain isomerism, ring chain isomerism, functional isomerism, metamerism, positional isomerism, and tautomerism. We know these types of means classification from the structural isomerism part, and stereoisomerism part. The broad two divisions in this stereoisomerism category are geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. So this is the classification, general classification of isomerism in organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, we classify the isomerism in these two broad categories, and in two broad categories have the subdivision, means chain, ring chain, functional isomerism, metamerism, positional isomerism, tautomerism. These are the subdivision of this conformational or structural isomerism. And stereoisomerism have two two other types, means stereoisomerism divided into two types, geometrical and optical. Okay, and in each category we show the examples of the isomers. Like at first, if we say about the chain isomerism, example, for example, the C4H10. For C4H10 we see some examples here, clean here. Suppose for chain isomerism C4H10, using this molecular formula C4H10, we can draw the structure. This one is called N-butane. N-butane, using this C4H10 molecular formula, we can draw the structure of N-butane. It has the molecular formula of C4 and H10. Okay, count 1 2 3 4 and H10. Okay, N-butane having molecular formula of C4H10, and similarly using this C4H10 we also can draw this compound having the molecular formula of C4H10, 1 2 3 4 C4H10, and having a branch chain, with the main chain of the carbon. This is the main chain and this have the branch chain, and it has the molecular formula of C4H10. So this is called isobutane. N-butane and isobutane, these have one branch with the main chain, therefore is called isobutane. And IUPAC name of this compound, you can say this is butane and this is 2-methyl propane. 2-methyl propane is the IUPAC name of this compound. So this is an example of the chain isomerism. Next we see about the functional isomerism. I am trying to give you examples of each category isomerism as you can understand this topic well. Okay, so for example, next we study about the functional isomerism, this kind of isomerism. At first we already studied this chain isomerism category, so we are erasing this because we already discussed this chain isomerism. Now discuss about the functional isomerism. Functional isomerism, suppose you have the molecular formula of compound C2H6O. We already discussed about this isomers of this molecular formula, and using this molecular formula we can represent this one, which is called ethanol, and using this molecular formula we can write another compound. This is called methoxy. This is called methoxymethane because this one is methoxy and one carbon methane. IUPAC name of this ether. This one is alcohol category and this one is ether category. So both type of compound are different in the physical and chemical properties, but they have the common molecular formula of C2H6 and O, common molecular formula. So this is the example of functional isomers. After these examples we discuss about, so we are discussing about this functional isomers and we erase this one. After that we discuss about this kind of isomer, positional isomer, this type of isomer. Positional isomer like this one is example of 2-butene or butene. You can write butene also in case of the 2-butene, and this one is 1-butene. 1-butene and 2-butene, these are positional isomer because see the double bond position in both the compounds. The position of double bond in first case the position of double bond in the 2-number position of the carbon, and in second case the double bond is present in one carbon atom, one between the 1 and 2-number carbon atom. And the molecular formula of these two compounds C1234 C4 and H34567 using this common molecular formula C4 and H8 we can draw the different types of two compounds, alkene compounds, but differ in their physical and chemical properties. So two types of compounds can be represented using this molecular formula C4 and H8. So this is about the positional isomerism. We erase it because we discussed this type of isomerism. After that we discuss about the metamers or metamerisms. We discuss about this type of isomerism, metamerism. So metamerism, okay, I am erasing it. Metamerism. Metamerism, in this case, suppose we take example of this one, this is an amine compound, and this one amine. Both the amine structure, they are having molecular formula C1, 2, 3, 4, H 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. C4H8, C4H11N, both are the molecular formula of these two compounds, but two compounds are different. This is called the MNOP, propyl methyl amine. Okay, propyl methyl amine, this one, and this one N-propyl N-methyl amine, this is, and this one is called NN diethyl amine, NN diethyl amine, because in N number position two ethyl groups are present in N number position. So as two ethyl group present, it is called NN dimethyl amine, and but in this case N propyl N methyl amine. Here the nitrogen, in the valency of nitrogen methyl group and propyl group present, and in the valency ethyl group present, and having molecular formula same of these two types of compound. These are examples of metamerisms or metamers. Next type that we learn about, that is the ring chain isomerism, means this type, ring and chain isomerism. In this case, suppose this one, this is chain, and this is ring, and using the same chemical formula C3H6C3H6, we can find the chain structure and we can find ring structure using the same molecular formula C3H6. So this is an example of ring chain isomerism. Okay, this category, ring and chain isomerism, ring chain isomerism example. And our next example of tautomerism, we see the next examples for the tautomerism. In case of tautomerism, what happens? Suppose this one is called ketoform, acetone and CH2 double bond OH CH3. This one is called enol form. This is called the keto-enol tautomerism. This is in the keto form, having same molecular formula. Here the compound have the C double bond O, means ketone structure, and here the compound is enol structure, means double bond with OH, enol structure. So for this reason these are called the keto-enol tautomerism. Keto form and enol form both have the same molecular formula, but their structures different, and due to the different structures they have different physical and chemical properties. Next one, we discuss about the tautomerism, geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism examples, this one, this one is called trans. This one is called trans isomers, because in this case the two higher priority groups in both the sides of carbon are in opposite sides, so therefore this one is called trans isomers, and you can say it trans isomer. And cis isomer, geometrical isomers are divided into two classes only. and if it is in this position, it is called cis isomer. This is cis geometrical isomer. This is the example of geometrical isomers. And then for optical isomers, as for example, this molecule can show the enantiomeric form, means if we place a mirror, then it can give a mirror image which is non-superimposable with its object, and this is an example of optical isomers and optical isomerisms. Here the two compound means this compound have a non-superimposable mirror image. This compound is the non-superimposable mirror image of this compound and bears a chiral carbon. So for this reason, this molecule can rotate the plane of polarized light either right or left, and for this reason this compound is called optically active compound and can show the D and L. D form means dextrorotatory and L form means levorotatory. DL isomers can be shown by this molecule, which is in modern term called plus and minus, means dextrorotatory is plus and levorotatory is minus. So DL conformations for this type of optical isomers are shown. So this is the total discussion about the classification of isomers in organic chemistry, the structural, stereo, and each more types of means broad divisions of the structural isomerism and stereoisomerism. This is the classification of the organic isomerism. So that's the discussion about this topic. I discussed it fully, and if you have any question regarding this isomerism topic, classification of isomerism topic, then you can ask me in the comment section, and if you have any opinion, then you can also write in the comment section, and you can watch your means what I can say, you can watch more videos from this channel, from the playlist that I made chapter wise. And if you find this video is useful, then you like this video, and if you find this channel can give you some important idea or some important knowledge, then you can subscribe this channel.